Today we're going to be installing a Yoshimura RS2 exhaust pipe on a 2018 Yamaha Raptor. As most people want to hear the sound, what I'm going to go ahead and do is just start off at that, and then we'll do the install later. So the first step is going to be the stock sounds, and I'll follow it up with what this sounds like, and we'll kind of go back and forth a little bit so you can kind of hear the difference, and then after that we'll go ahead and start the video. Okay, folks, so here's the RS2 exhaust here from Yoshimura. Again, it's for a 2018 Yamaha Raptor. The reason why I chose Yoshimura there, the Yoshimura, was a couple of factors there. One, they're obviously a Japanese bike expert. They do a lot of R&D. There's a couple of things there I was really looking for. I wanted one that performed good, and so that kind of goes without question there. But I also wanted one that was quiet. And the Yoshimura here is a quiet one. It is AMA certified pipe to be 96 decibels. But the important piece is they design the quietness into the pipe. So it not only performs good, but it does it quietly. Versus some of the other ones I've seen, they perform good, but if you wanted to be quiet, you had to install something separate on them. And so most of the ones there I've seen that you had to install, you had to put like a restrictor plate in them that basically choked down the pipe size, which made it quieter, and it cut down the performance, which is just kind of the opposite of the whole reason why we're doing this in the first place. So that was a big step there in doing this one. Secondly, for me, is I wanted something with heat shields on it. This one here, they've actually got it designed with all these nuts on here. Your factory heat shields go right back on this. You get the full heat shield effect on it. You don't have to buy anything separately. You don't have to run and burn your legs without a heat shield, so I thought that was really nice. It also comes with everything you need. So it's got a bag of parts here, all new bushings, spacers. I don't have them all spread out. You got new springs in there, all the hardware, everything you need. Comes with a muffler plug there, so when you wash it, it keeps the water out of it. Really nice setup there. One of the things you don't really see by looking at it is really the pipe size. So a lot of the 4-stroke pipes now kind of have that expansion chamber in them like the 2-strokes do, and some of them's got a great big bulb on them where you can see it. This one, if you look closely at it here, the size of the header pipe here comes out. It's kind of the stock size, it looks like, but right here it actually gets quite a bit wider. So it steps up here. This is probably an 1/8 to a 3/16 inch thicker, or more wider than the other side. So it does expand in here, and this goes all the way back through the rest of the pipe. So it's not just a short section. It does get quite a bit bigger. That's going to help your exhaust flow. It's also supposed to allow the exhaust gases to expand, which makes them cooler and makes them run out the exhaust faster. It also helps in your sound attenuation. It's another reason why this one runs quieter. It's one of the things that they got designed in there. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed, and we'll start by taking off the old one first. Okay, so one of the first steps here that they say is to take off the clamp here that holds the muffler onto the header pipe here. So we're going to go ahead and here, if I can stay out of the light here, see if I get this in here. Loosen this one up a little bit. Take it off here. Try to loosen that up as best we can. Yeah. Seems like it's pretty loose. Alright, now on to the next step. Okay, so one of the things it wants us to do here, take off this small heat shield here first. I'm going to go ahead and follow the steps they want. Hopefully you can kind of see this. Hopefully I can get this off here. There's just two little Allen head, or not Allen head, but Phillips screwdriver things in here. So we're going to try to get this off. You know, that surprisingly came right out. I'm not standing in the way, not the video expert by any means. I think that's off. Alrighty, one heat shield. It's got little gaskets back there for heat protection. That's kind of nice. Alright, we've got one piece off. Making our way. Now, let's go on to the back and see if we can get this back muffler off here. Alright, so back in here, you're probably not going to see it there. I can't get the light down this low, and it's just difficult to see it back in here, but there's two bolts that hold the muffler assembly here onto the frame. There's one right here, there's one right here. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this back one up first, and then I'm going to get to this or just more the front one first and one here toward the back, and then when we do that we're going to have to hang on to this thing here. It's probably going to fall down, and hopefully somehow I'm going to try to whittle on this thing and see if I can get it off there. So we'll see how that goes. So let's see if these things come off. Hopefully it's got my little 1/4 inch ratchet here. I'm not sure how tight these are going to be. That ain't working. So let me get a little bigger ratchet and I'll be back. Alright, had to go up and out here to a 3/8. See if this will take it off this time. Oh, boy, that's just tight. I'll get this one off first. Alright, that's actually a lot easier. Alright, so let me just get this one off here really quick. Long. Alright, one out. I'm kind of holding this while I'm doing this other one. Sorry if you can't see this very good. Another one out here. Let's see if we can move this up. Whew. There it is. That thing weighs quite a bit, I will say that. I think this new one's going to be a lot lighter. I don't know what the weight savings is, but this has got to be 15-20 pounds, I would say. This is a solid chunk here. So that's off. So let's move up here to the front. We got to get the heat shield off, and then it's the header pipe. Okay. Now let's see if we can have the same amount of luck on these things as we did on the other one. I'm just excited about this. You never know with exhaust, you might have to use an impact driver or something like that. Man, I just washed this thing. Oh, Yes, that's 5 for 5 on the heat shield bolts. Gotta love that. Man, that mud gets everywhere. I'm gonna have to obviously clean this one up. It's got all gaskets in there as well. Whew, nasty looking pipe. Alrighty, well, one more piece down, and we'll do the header pipe. See if I can get the camera lined up. Alright folks, I repositioned on the other side. I think this is easier to get to. But here's the two bolts. Get one here and one here. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't get those ones off. On this side here. Oh. Oh, I just love when exhaust pipes come off there. They were used to working on old cars, and you're always in for a breaking off a bolt or some other crazy thing. Just this is the way things should work, but for me, they never do. Alright, now drop that bolt. Alright, so I'll go back on the other side here, and we'll pull that off, see what we're up against. Okay, slide this thing off here, and be careful not to wreck the gasket. We don't want us to use it. I think it's stuck in the head. So this is the exhaust here, the stock one. It's funny, we'll have to compare it there, but if you look here, it actually looks like it steps down, but I think it just flares out and flares back down on this side. But let's get this up on the table and we'll kind of compare the two, see what the differences are. There's got a little bit of water or something on it. Maybe it's fuel, I don't know. Okay, so here I got everything lined out on the table here. You can see here, we get this a little bit better lined up here. You can see just the size and diameter of these things. Going to be quite a bit of length savings there. Here's a two-piece. This is a one-piecer. Obviously, this will be another one. Adds up. You can see the heat shields are in the same spot. A little hard to tell there, but definitely a size diameter difference between these two. These ones here are the same thing here. Wish I had like a tape here we could really see something on it, but definitely definitely a size difference there. But you can also see here, I mean, they've got the same shape. You can see all the same bolts on there. They've really got a nice design. They've really done their homework on these, so I'm kind of impressed here with this thing. It's kind of what I was looking for. So yeah, let's get this thing bolted on. So far it's going easy. Hopefully it's going to go that way going together there. So I'll break open all those parts and we'll start putting it together. You know, I also want to say here, you know, if you're a person that likes directions, they have actually got some very, very simple directions there. So it's really nice. Here's the steps. Not that it's that hard to get off exhaust, but some of these things I've been noticing don't even come with directions. And so you're kind of having to figure it out by your own. And if you haven't done some of it, it can be difficult. Some things are tricky. But these ones are very good. Tells you step by step how to get it off as well as to put it back on. So anyway, let's get this thing. Okay. Alright. Going to install the header pipe. New one back on. Here to the bolts. On the studs here, there's something there I want to recommend doing on any exhaust bolts, and that's to put some type of you know, anti-seize on it there. This is some stuff I actually have in a small tube. It's actually made for exhaust, but you can kind of see how easy that all this stuff came off. Using some of this stuff will make sure it comes off the next time. So you kind of get all over the place, but you just stick a little bit on here, a little bit on the threads here, especially on these ones. Coat it around nice and good. Doesn't have to be anything fantastic. But these will make sure next time here, if this thing's got to come on or off, that you know you can do it. That doesn't get corrosion underneath the threads or anything like that. See, I've already got a mess going. Anti-seize has a habit of getting everywhere. So let's see if we can move this thing around and see if we can get it in here. Hook it up to the bike. Put these on here, the nuts. A little bit here. Now on mine, the exhaust gasket stayed in the head. You want to double check it, make sure it's in good shape, which it was. When you put these on, these flange bolts here, right now it's just saying put them on, hand tight. But you want to make sure they're even. You don't want to make sure that they're not cocked one way or the other, otherwise your exhaust is not going to steal. So they're just sitting there. It's pretty even. It's just sitting there loose. We'll make some adjustments there on the other side and get the thing together. Once everything's all together, then it'll get tightened down and torqued. Alright folks, we got a pipe over here, still pretty loose. I'm going to keep it that way so we got room to work on it. Here's the mid pipe. We got to start off by putting our muffler band on here. Got it slid over. Line this up a little bit. I think it might go. And we'll see if we can slide it over top of the exhaust pipe in here. This is going to look very good. It's actually surprisingly easy. I'm going to have to adjust this exhaust stand here to make sure we're all together. Next step here, again, everything's got to stay loose. Obviously, you can see where it's hitting stuff here, so we're going to have to, once we get everything mounted in the back, that'll allow us to pull things out, adjust it, and we'll snug it up, then we'll torque everything down. So let me grab the exhaust pipe there. There's a few things we got to do to it, and then we'll get that installed. Alright, so I got our muffler here. There's a few things we got to do on this thing. It comes with all the parts here. So it's got these rubber bushings here that's got to go inside these loops. I'm going to go ahead and put those on. I'm going to wet them a little bit. You just push them right through. They go nice and easy. Hope these aren't toxic. I'm going to die before the video ends. Put those in. Then got these little brass spacers that go inside there. Slide them in. From here, what we got to do is we're going to have two bolts that basically go through, and then behind this here, you're going to have these spacers, so they stick out from the frame over here. So we're going to kind of just manage all this stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do here is get this on the mid pipe, and then see if we can put this on there and kind of get it started and held up with at least one bolt, and I'll get all the rest of the stuff in. Alright, see if we can get this on here. Just slide our muffler in, really nice and easy. I'm going to take one of these bolts here and just see if I can maybe get it started. Kind of hold it out of my way. Get it adjusted somewhere. Get it in further. Alright, get close. slide on the mid pipe a little more. And now I went too far. I need a flashlight here. And my glasses. See what's going on. Oh, it's right there. You know, I try to, you know, show you probably a little extra video. I'm not an expert on this thing. You know, I do a lot of work on stuff, but this is the first quad I've had in 25 years. This is a brand new one. They don't make a service manual yet on the thing there, so a lot of the stuff here I'm just trying to figure out, and it's the reason why I'm doing it there. I go out, I can't find help on the internet, so I kind of struggle through this a little bit. Hopefully you can watch this, see what I'm going through, learn from it, and make it easier for yourself there. So try to show you some of the you know, problems I run into. I just don't want to show it and say, look how easy this was, because it's not always that easy, and hopefully it'll be easy for you. So this is a nice setup. It's just, you know, getting everything aligned. I've got one bolt in, and so now I'm going to put these spacers in and see if we can get the rest, and we'll wrap this thing up. Let's get the spacer on this one here. Something tells me I should have maybe started off with the spacer. Find another learning curve here. Yeah. I think that's, well, there it goes. Learning curve. Gonna try helping myself out here by putting one in. That was a mistake. So, start off with the spacer on to start with. Put that in there. You kidding me? If I go right in the first time? That can't be right. That was embarrassing. That went right in there. Alright. Get the spacer on this one. Look at that. Alrighty. So I'm going to get a wrench, snug this up, I'll reposition the camera. I'm going to get things a little bit tighter, and then we'll finish the install. Alright folks, it's time to start putting this stuff all back together here. So instead of repositioning stuff, oh man, I went ahead and already torqued the header bolt over there. I don't have a service manual, but I found an old one online. It said about 11 foot-pounds. I don't got an inch-pound meter. Mine starts off at 10, so using 11 is not a very good, typically not accurate. I went ahead and tried it, and then I just followed up with a wrench. It actually was pretty darn close. Again, just snug it up there, making sure it's all nice and seated, go down evenly, and that's good there. So now that I've got this thing here, just double checking everything, make sure everything's where it needs to be, it's not hitting against. I got good good clearance on everything. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is tighten up this muffler clamp first here. Get this on. Make sure I got it right to the edge there. Tighten that up. It actually says about 6 pounds on this one. It doesn't really got to be too tight. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Once I get this started and all warmed up, first time I go out riding, I'm going to come back and recheck all these things here. It's always good exhaust, especially on your header bolt there, and good to go. So now it's time to install the factory heat shield. We'll do that. I think they're, now that I'm looking at this thing here, I'm going to go install this front one. We got to install the springs on the back. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to install this back one here, I think last, and try those springs first. So first off, go ahead and put the factory heat shield here on. I don't think I got here with my Phillips screwdriver. Probably can't see this, but I do got the anti-seize on all these. So we're going to kind of just line this up here. See, I got it going backwards. Not surprising. All right, here, get this up. Get it started here on one. There we go. Get the here going. Yeah, so this is what's really kind of hoping for in the Yoshimura here. I mean, this stuff all just goes together nice and neat. And just like it was supposed to be on there. Alright, so let me reposition here, and we'll work to try to get those springs on. Alright, kind of looking at this thing here, I don't think we're going to be able to probably see it. I'll go ahead and give it a shot there. But it comes with these two springs. They go from here, one underneath here, and hold on the muffler. They hold the muffler nice and tight to the mid-pipe. Another nice thing here, Yoshimura, they even come with the spring tool to put these on. That's going to make it a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. See what I can come up with here. And see if I can get one of these on here. And maybe you can see it. Get all this stuff out of my way. See what I can do here. Got one on. I hope you saw that. That was nice and easy. Doesn't happen to me very often, so I was kind of happy. Let's see if we can get our second one on here. Yeah, I'm going to cheat. Sorry for this one. I'm going to do it on this other side here. I think it's going to be easier on the back. I can't see a darn thing. I have to get my light going. But... Alright. Well, that just went about as easy as you could get it. Without this, I would highly recommend getting one if yours doesn't come with it. If you got a different brand of exhaust or something there, this really made it easy. Trying to do that with a needle nose is not something there that I'd recommend. Anyway, so one tip here that I was thinking before I put this thing on here is on this exhaust here, I'm going to pull this heat shield off. It kind of, I think the direction says afterwards there, I have to go back and read it, but when you're putting on a new exhaust, you want to, when you get it all done, wipe the thing down with alcohol. You know, if you're trying to keep it as nice looking as you can, fingerprints, you'll get oil on there, and you'll literally burn a fingerprint right in your exhaust if you don't wipe it off. Now, the thing's going to turn blue eventually anyway. That's just how it's going to go. Nothing you can do about that. But at least initially there, kind of like it looking nice there. So I've been touching it, I've been grabbing it. I don't want it to look nasty the first time I start it there. So I'm going to pull this heat shield back off, I think, and really do a good job. I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol and a rag, wipe this whole thing down, and then I'm going to put it back together without getting fingerprints on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll go back to installing these heat shields. Alright folks, got everything installed, heat shields are on, got it all washed down. I'm going to go ahead and start this up, and we'll kind of see the before and after. Alright folks, so this is the Yoshimura RS2 Exhaust system on a 2018 Yamaha Raptor. All installed, went pretty easy, fits like a glove, comes with all the parts, everything you need to put it on there, comes with the muffler plug, everything. Great set of instructions, the fit and finish on it, really like the factory, other than better. I mean, looking at it, other than the stainless steel there, you wouldn't even know it's any different there. Yeah, really nice. So again, anytime you're installing this, double check once you get it on there, it's not hitting anything, it's not up against your fenders, not against your plastic. Another reason for going with the Yoshimura, they design all that stuff out. I probably got as much or more room with this exhaust than I did with the old one. It really fits like a glove. Again, I'm really happy with having the heat shields on there. That was nice for me. Yeah, great. So, wasn't too obnoxiously sound. Both of these, I'm doing inside my garage with the door closed because I'm in Chicago and the weather is miserable. It's mid-April. It was supposed to snow today. So far it hasn't, but it's just nasty out there. So it's a little bit extra loud, but the exhaust, the stock exhaust was also inside. So they're a little bit louder than normal, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Can't wait to get it out. Anytime you put on a full exhaust like this, you're going to need a fuel controller. I've got the Dynatech Fusion I installed in another video. I'm running the Pro Design K&N as well, so this thing ought to be really nice. Looking forward to get it out. That's it. Again, Yoshimura RS2 2018 Yamaha Raptor. Thanks for watching.